Okay, so today, I've changed things a little bit in terms of the talk. I was invited to talk a little bit about what's happening with with racism and Black Lives Matter, especially with the death of George Floyd, and some would say the murder of George Floyd. And of course, this when these issues happen, they become terribly traumatic for black people, for visible minorities, and for all of us when we think about the horrors that can exist in this world where people can treat each other this way. And we know that racism exists here in British Columbia and in Vancouver. We've seen racism with COVID 19 and the treatment of Asian communities here and Asian peoples. And of course, we know that Indigenous people have been experiencing systemic racism since colonization. And the impacts of that have continued throughout this day. I've had an opportunity in my career to work in the prison system, and I've seen firsthand the impact of racism and colonization on Indigenous communities and visible minorities. Um, but when it comes to doing something about that and how we feel about that, sometimes we can experience a great deal of stress around the experience, and we might want to tune out because it's just too much, and we can't even think about how we can contribute. So today, I want to do a little meditation on just centering ourselves around this reality, but also through loving kindness, how we can lean into and step into being compassionate and caring and building a better society for ourselves and for all people around us. Just a few pointers regarding what we can do around racism and around Black Lives Matter. Um, the first thing is to be able to listen without being defensive. Um, Sometimes when somebody explains something negative to us, especially if our culture or race may be associated with that negativity, we want to argue back, or we want to bring in some caveats. And really, here, the best thing to do is just to listen without being defensive, to just try to understand the perspective that is being offered to you. We also want to avoid criminalization and dehumanization of people who may be engaging in criminal behavior. Humans are humans, and we want to treat and see people as humans. It's only through dehumanization that we allow ourselves to engage in really aggressive and hostile and you know terrorizing behaviors to each other, and of course also to ourselves, as I talked about in the self-compassion talk. It's only when we dehumanize ourselves or others that we end up engaging in horrible behaviors. So let's not dehumanize people. Uh, it may be useful to make it a voting issue in your area, both the municipal and in the provincial and federal elections, so that racism continues to be on top of our vision and making changes appropriately. If you are in positions of privilege, which many of us are, it's important to use our privilege and our voice to support those who are disenfranchised. We can go out and protest, and that may be a very useful way of making a public presence. But of course, in the age of COVID, we want to do that safely. So keep in mind how you do that. You can also donate to victims' families. The only caveat here is to verify that it's legitimate, as there are some unscrupulous people out there who will try to take advantage of these situations. And it's important to advocate for mental health interventions, both as a preventative, but also recognizing that these events happen are quite traumatic for people and for the victims, and there's a lack of mental health services available to support people. So advocating for mental health intervention can be something that you can also do to contribute. If you are going to record police encounters that seem inappropriate, do that by knowing your rights and do it responsibly, and try not to interfere with the process if you can. Um, Push to remove police officers who engage in inappropriate behavior while also respecting police officers who do good work. Again, having worked in the criminal justice system, I can tell you that I work with lots of people. And some of them were power based people that actually abused their power, and other people were amazing human beings who wanted to contribute to society. I don't think we need to paint all people, all occupations with one brush, but we also need to be very strong with people who abuse their power. Okay, so those are just some thoughts that I hope might be helpful to you. Now I'm going to do a meditation that has an emphasis on loving kindness, with also an emphasis on exploring how we can be allies in change. For the most part, I've borrowed this meditation from Dr. Candace Nicole of the University of Kentucky, and I'll also put her link on my YouTube when I record this and post it for you. This is primarily her meditations that I put together. She had two meditations, one focused on helping Black people through their experience, and the other on helping allies who wanted to support them. And I've sort of combined them and added a poem that I wrote as well, incorporated into the meditation. So I hope that you find it helpful. All right, we'll begin as always by getting into a comfortable position and relaxing your body. And you can do this, of course, sitting or lying down. If you're sitting, maintain that strong back, open heart posture. And close your eyes when you're ready to begin. And just noticing what's going on in your body. Notice which parts of your body feel tense, which parts feel relaxed. Just simply notice for the moment. And then release any tension with your next out breath. As you notice your breath and the way that your abdomen rises and falls as you inhale and exhale. In and out, ebb and flow. Rather than trying to change your breath, just notice it for the moment. And now you can focus on your mind. Allow your thoughts to flow through your mind. Notice your thoughts as if they were clouds passing by. No attachment, no judgment. Rather than trying to focus on any thoughts, let them come and go. And notice your emotions, your feelings. Let them rise and fall with the breath as well, noticing without judgment. Their energy and motion that simply move through you. Let them come and go. Right now, your humanity is not in question. Right now, you matter. Right now, you do not have to justify anything to anyone. Right now, you can just breathe. Right now, you can be imperfect. Right now, you are not being judged. Right now, you do not represent your entire race. Right now, you can feel any emotion that comes to you. Right now, you belong. Right now, you are loved. Right now, you are safe. Right now, you can be yourself. Right now, life matters. Right now, Black Lives Matter. Right now, your fear is fading away. Right now, your courage to speak and act is rising. Right now, you choose equality rather than oppression. Right now, you embrace humility and openness. Right now, you are open to listening to people who are suffering. Right now, you can be imperfect as an ally and accept correction. Right now, you can move beyond expecting to feel comfortable. Right now, you connect with empathy and compassion. Right now, you recognize that this does not mean that you are a savior. Right now, you recognize that you are an ally. Right now, you do not have to be right. Right now, you are open to understanding your own privilege. Right now, you release guilt, shame, and all defensiveness. Right now, you choose to be a partner in liberation. Right now, you honor the opportunity to repair. Right now, you commit to the journey of anti-racism. Right now, you commit to the journey of anti-racism, and you're willing to take actions and take some risks. Right now, you can step into the silence and say something true. For words are seeds carried in prayers and spells, waiting for your voice to scatter them onto fertile souls. Right now, Black Lives Matter. Now, notice the middle of your chest, the area surrounding your heart, and allow love to fill your heart. Perhaps thinking of someone you love right now. And continue to feel that feeling of love in your heart. It may help to place your hands or a hand there and feel that warmth and the energy of love. And as your heart feels love, you can notice the warmth in your body. And while your body warms, repeat silently to yourself, may I be happy. May Black people be happy. May all oppressed people be happy. May all people be happy. Black Lives Matter. Repeating to yourself, may I feel safe. May Black people feel safe. May all oppressed people feel safe. May all people feel safe. Black Lives Matter. Repeating to yourself, may I have peace. May Black people have peace. May all oppressed people have peace. May we all live in peace. Black Lives Matter. Repeating to yourself, may I be loved. May Black people be loved. May all oppressed people be loved. May we all live in love. Black Lives Matter. As you continue this meditation for a few minutes longer, open yourself to healing and loving energy. Feel the warmth. Sense the warmth in and around you, emanating from your heart and spreading out. Receive the repair and restoration you desire and you deserve. Feel your heart and mind, body and soul receiving healing and offering healing. Black Lives Matter. Open yourself to anti-racist loving energy, compassionate energy. Feel the warmth in and around you, emanating from your heart and spreading out. Choose how you will inspire other people. Choose how you will inspire other people of privilege to approach anti-racism. Feel your heart and mind and soul participating in liberation. Start with the first step, the step closest to you, the first step that you can take. Black Lives Matter. All life is one. We are one. Take another 5 breaths, letting the words sink in, the feeling sink in. Allowing your compassion to guide you through this day and the weeks ahead.